5 minutes. I said, okay. And so I've been working a lot on leadership, both for myself and demonstrating it for other people. And what I often find is someone who's been like not born a great communicator. Like when I was a freshman in high school and I showed my mom my paper, which I refused to let her help me on, even though she's a college professor in English. And up at the top, it said, rough draft, R-U-F-F, draft. It's been a long learning process for how to communicate my ideas effectively. Sometimes when we send messages, the recipient doesn't receive them in the way that we intend to. And so if we're selling something or we're teaching something, especially if we're a parent, and we always get that question, why? As a leader, it's very, very important for you to be able to teach and show where you're coming from, to show the reason why you're doing something. As a leader, what we really hope to do is to spread our love and our greatness to the followers that are behind us, that are next to us, and even in front of us, right? Because if we tell people what to do, then we're just managing. If we tell people what to do, then they might not get it. But if we show people what to do, that's how things really start to happen. That's when people can start to see where we're coming from. And more importantly, as a leader, when we show people what to do, when we're not there, we know that they're going to make the right decision. Right? As a child, as a parent, showing a child, I don't think anything can be more important. As a teacher, showing our students, I don't think anything can be more important. As a speaker, as a professional, as a leader in an organization, showing people what to do, I don't think there can be anything more important. We're naturally drawn to stories, right? Before the written word, there was oral word. That's right. And thank goodness, because I was writing R-U-F-F. So we're naturally drawn to stories. And so when we get questions about why we're doing something or how we're doing something or what it is about what we're doing, I found for me, as a speaker especially, that as the leader of my nonprofit, as executive director, and people ask me questions, why are we doing something? I found great results in showing people what to do in a 3-step formula, right? And so it's basically wrap up everything that you're saying in the most concise answer possible up front. Show them how with an anecdotal reason or experiential story, something whether that they're familiar with is great, something that's happened at the organization, something that's happened in your household, right? Or something that's happened to you personally. So when I get questions like, how do blind people play baseball? How does a blind person compete in the long jump? How does a blind person write an email, surf the internet, use an iPhone, dial the phone? How does a blind person get from point A to point B? It's a question that I've often faced for years now, for about 14 years. Because when I was 21, gosh, it'd be 5, what's today? March 25th. So we're 3 days away. 3 days away, 14 years ago, I was in the hospital because of a bad accident. And 8 weeks later, I'm getting out of the hospital totally blind. So how you show people what you do is incredibly important, because I can tell you how I do things, but you don't know it. You won't understand it. You won't be able to replicate it unless I show you how to do things. Right? So, how many parents do we have here?
Well,
Okay, I can't, I'm totally blind, so that means nothing to me. All right, so you guys often know, like, we get the question, why? Like, why? Like, when you